Hello, everybody. Hey, Divine Beings. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. So we're gonna get a read, right? And what I wanted to ask Spirit is like, what is there something that you should leave out from your last relationship, or what's something that you should be taking with you to your new relationship? Okay, so we're gonna use. I'm gonna pull 5 from the Soul's Journey Oracle, and then I'm gonna clarify it with the Messages of Love Oracle, and then I'm gonna get some advice from Spirit or something that Spirit wants to tell you about it. Okay, so good morning, good night, whenever you viewing this message. Buenos dias, buenos noches, como está usted? Okay, so let's just see what's going on with this energy, okay? So Spirit, we asking, what is it that you want us to take with us to the new relationship? And what is it that you want us to leave behind from the old relationship? Okay, so let's see. Messages, Spirit, for the being. What should be taken and what should be left? Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So, you want to make sure you keep your self-esteem high. If you was dealing with low self-esteem, Spirit wants you to exercise that. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the gifts that you have, you know, they benefit you and they benefit other people. So it's important for you to, you know, keep your self-esteem nice and high. So let's see. What else, Spirit? What else? What else should be taken? Peace in reverse. So I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. So being that it came inside the reverse, I know that the person that you was dealing with, you didn't have no peace in that situation. And Spirit is saying that the next relationship that you go into, make sure that you make your peace a priority to you. You know, you don't need to be dealing with someone and, you know, and they fucking with your peace. You know what I'm saying? So this is just jumped out. I mean, they ain't really jumped out. They fell out. So let me just send them. It's supposed to. It come right back out. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So never be afraid to fail. You know, even though, you know, you might feel like this relationship that you had, it was a failure because, you know, you're not with the person. Like, you know, you left them. But at the end of the day, understand that it's just a way for you to learn. Like, by you failing with whatever you know, I don't even consider it a failure. I just consider it a learning lesson. But because of, you know, the relationship didn't work out with you and that person, it just gave you everything that you need to know so that when you go inside this new relationship, you're taking what it is that you're supposed to have, like the things that you need, so that way you're not, you know, like this relationship is going to be better than the last one because you actually know what went wrong and how you could, you know, not have that happen again. Surrender. I release the need to control. So, Spirit definitely wants you to not go into this relationship being controlling. Don't be no control freak, you did. So let's see, what else? And fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So, Spirit said there's nothing for you to fear, right? And never fear love. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, as far as it is concerned, you can't live from a place of fear. And if you're living with fear, it's going to be hard for you to love somebody because you're going to be scared. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't want you to be scared because that's not going to help you with, you know, moving forward and shit like that. Always be strong, you know. Surrender whatever it is that you need to surrender. Never be scared that, you know, that you have a fear of failure. Protect your peace at all times, and make sure you keep your self-esteem high. So let's see what messages we could get about this from this from the love messages. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, why is self-esteem here? Spirit, why is self-esteem here? So Spirit is saying that, you know, the fact that this person probably didn't apologize to you, this might have hurt your self-esteem, might have had you feeling a little bit like it was your fault and not theirs, when in all actuality it, you know, it was their fault, period. You know what I'm saying? But don't allow that to, you know, hold you back. Don't let that put you in fear and shit like that. So let's see. You know, this right here was probably a big spiritual lesson for you, and this is actually building your self-esteem up. It's boosting it. So let's see. Why is peace here, Spirit? Please and thank you. Spirit. Right. Spiritual lesson. This was just a spiritual lesson in your life. This person was just in your life to teach you a lesson, you know. So Spirit is making sure that you know, make sure that this is part of what you learn within this situation, that you need to protect your peace. Like, peace is shit like this it's priceless. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it don't get no fucking better than peace, baby. So let's see. You know, and this might have been something that you was in denial about, you know, that it wasn't affecting your peace, and, you know, that they weren't just a spiritual lesson, that they wasn't just here to teach you something and for you to move on. So let's see, why is failure here? Failure is here because they don't want you to be scared to fail. I mean, you know, that your stability is going to be affected. You know, this is saying that this relationship can stand the test of time, but don't be afraid to fail. Like, you know, you feeling like because you walk away that now your stability is going to be affected by you walking away, or the relationship not working out the way that you wanted it to. You know, you probably was very vulnerable within this situation. So let's see. Why surrender here? Why surrender here, Spirit? Please and thank you. Okay. Surrender is here because you have to make sure you're practicing self-care. Vulnerable in the reverse. You can be completely open with this person. So, you know, self-care, clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. So they want you to surrender to make sure that you first is taking care of yourself. You're making sure you're good, and, you know, release the need to, you know, they don't want you to be trying to control the next situation and shit. You know, you should be open and be vulnerable, but don't be overly vulnerable. Make sure you're taking care of yourself first, and then, you know, anything after. But make sure, you know, you're doing your self-care, and have faith that, you know, that when you do the things that you do, from the things that you learn, that it's going to work out the way that it should. And you know, Spirit got your back, honey. Okay, so let's see. Why is fear here? Because you might be scared to take a leap of faith. You know, you might be a little nervous to make, you know, to just go out on a limb and shit. You know, you might feel like you and the person might be on different pages, and you know, that might incite a little bit of fear. But at the end of the day, as long as you're moving from a place of love, then you don't have to fear anything. Okay, so let's see. So Spirit, what you want to tell the divine beings about the apology with the self-esteem? So like I'm getting that this person, you know, didn't apologize after whatever happened with you guys. And this party, like, you know, probably did a little bit of a little song to your self-esteem and shit. I mean, it ain't break you down because you still very strong. You still standing up. So, let's see. Spirit, what can you tell us about the apology and the self-esteem? Please and thank you. Please take care of yourself. So, Spirit is saying that take care of yourself. No matter if somebody apologized to you for whatever they did or not, you don't necessarily need their apology. You always make sure you take care of you. Okay? So, you got family and shit like that that can help you, hold you up, and, you know, and just stay on top of your shit. Like, don't feel like you need a person's apology in order for you to, you know, to feel good about yourself, or take care of you first, you know, making sure you take care of yourself. And part of taking care of yourself is maintaining your self-esteem. So don't be getting all, you know, to the point where you're not getting up and doing what you're supposed to do, and, you know, doing your hair and shit like that. Not, you know, messy house and shit like that. Don't let that shit affect you like that. Okay, so let's see. Spiritual lesson and peace in reverse. So, how can I help you? So, Spirit is saying that this is one way that they was helping you. You know, as far as like letting you see that this person was not a peaceful situation for you, and you learned that lesson. And if you feel like you haven't learned that lesson, this is a lesson that you should take with you into the next relationship. Because this person probably projected their unhappiness onto you, right? Which of course will fuck with your peace. You know, like, you trying to be having peace of mind, honey. Ain't nobody trying to be projecting, you know, like they negative unhappiness and all of that shit onto you, and then now you feeling like you all fucked up, and it ain't even that. It's them. So let's see. Why is failure here with stability, Spirit, please and thank you. What you can tell us about this? What advice? So it says, it makes me happy to see you heal. So, and I'm so proud of you. Aww. Something else? Okay, yeah. So, Spirit is saying that even though, you know, you might have felt like this relationship was a failure, that it affected your stability, but you healed from this situation, and they're very proud of you to see that you was able to step up, stand up, deal with that shit, get your stability back in order, you understand what I'm saying, and move past that situation. And that makes them happy to see that you've healed from this situation, and you're still moving forward, you know, and they're proud of you. This person was just someone that wanted to be acknowledged and shit, you know. This is why they were so unhappy with themselves. You know, they the ones that had low self-esteem and shit. That's why they was always trying to fuck with your peace, you know. But you're good now. So we're seeing what we're going to take to the next relationship and what we leaving back, okay? So let me see. What's this? Surrender?